Hey guys, in this video I would like to share how I do product research for Google Ads dropshipping. This will include keywords. We're gonna look for the correct keywords for the right season in the chosen market, and I'm gonna do it all based on fashion niche because this is the most popular one and I think more people will relate to this. But you can use the exact same way of searching for keywords and finding the right products in any market and in any niche basically. And for this we're gonna need a Google Ads account. And first of all we're gonna go to Tools, Planning and Keyword Planner. And in here we have two separate features. So this one is gonna be the one we're gonna be basically entering different keywords. So you would ask ChatGPT to give a big list of keywords to enter in here, and the more specific the better. And based on that, it's gonna give you the keywords. But for this example, I'm gonna use discover new keywords. First of all, let's select language and the market United Kingdom. Save, and let's type in dress. This is the most searched keyword and it's gonna be the most simplest to explain. So what we see? We see search volume with different keywords. So this is exactly why I chose this planner. Based on the general keyword I entered, I basically get all different kind of ones which include the dress, but will have a second or third keyword next to them, which will basically make the keyword way stronger and will perform better. First of all, we're gonna filter out by monthly searches, and then we see that the wedding guest dress is the top one in United Kingdom. It has more searches than just a general dress. Okay, so if we hover over this, we're gonna see the search volume in different periods of the year. So this is gonna be the last year, but usually it's gonna be very similar. And from this we can see that in December it's gonna have the lowest volume, and December is gonna be basically the month we're gonna start importing this product to our stores. So the Google has enough time to index the products so they are ready to be shown to the customers. Because in January the volume is already very high, and in March it basically is gonna peak. So in springtime the wedding guest dress is already like very high demand basically, and it's gonna start in the middle of winter. So, and for example, this way we can find like wedding dress, but wedding guest dress is like even better than just a shorter one. Then we have prom dress. We can check it as well. We see that in August it's like the lowest, and in like autumn and winter it's like not very popular. But what we can do is start uploading them around December, and already in January it's gonna be in super high demand, and it's gonna be a good product to sell. So what we're gonna do with all of this information, we're gonna basically collect keywords, and the more specific ones are the better. And later on we're gonna make basically like a table like this one. This is exactly how I do it myself, and we're gonna just list the keywords next to a month which we are going to start uploading them to our website basically. So we know wedding guest dresses is the lowest in December, and we're gonna start uploading wedding guest dresses in December, so it's ready in like February, March, April and May to be selling. I have some other keywords here as well, just to show as an example, but basically we look for products for keywords right here, and we're gonna list a bunch of them in a list like this. Of course, you're not gonna need to do the full year right away. You should just focus on like the products you need to upload right now. So today is February, so this would be the main goal for me. I would list a lot of keywords here, and then upload products based on these keywords. Another thing to mention that this number, I wouldn't go less than 10,000 searches. If it has less than 10,000 searches, you wouldn't use that keyword because it's gonna have way too small of an audience, not gonna be searched enough for us to be, having a winner, for example. But for this, there's like cases where this doesn't count. Okay, so for example, like Christmas party dress, it has good search volume, but we can see that the search volume is not that great if we take the bigger part of a year. But what we can see that it's gonna spike in November, basically, in the Christmas period, like right before it. And yeah, so we will upload products even from August just to catch this momentum. And after basically December, we would draft the product because it's no longer relevant for us. Another thing you could do for this keyword part is basically put next to the keywords the amount of searches you're getting. So for example, this one is getting 246,000 searches, and you could add it right here to know that this keyword is more important, for example, maybe than the bridesmaid dress. So you would prioritize to upload maybe 50 products of this and maybe just like 10 or 20 of this. Okay, so after we're gonna fill in the keywords we're gonna need for the right season, which is gonna be basically 1 or 2 months in advance. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up a VPN. In my case, it's gonna be NordVPN. And we're just gonna go into United Kingdom. We're gonna connect. Then we can just take, for example, a keyword from the list, open up an incognito view and just search. And yeah, we see different kind of products with that keyword. And in this step, we're gonna need to find competitors. So basically just another dropshipper. And usually they will not have reviews. They will have free delivery. And of course, it's not gonna be a real brand, like if you see that if like a familiar name, you're not gonna click it because it's a real brand. And just start clicking the ones we think could be dropshippers. Okay, I think this is a good keyword to look for those. For example, this one is very likely to be a dropshipper, actually. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a dropshipping store for sure, because I've seen all of those products. So okay, this one, that one didn't open. This product, this shop is probably not gonna be a dropshipping store. Okay, we're gonna skip this one. If we're not completely sure, then we're not gonna use it. This one is probably dropshipper. Yes, I think so. This is the same store. Definitely a dropshipping store. This one, yeah, it's gonna be a dropshipper as well. So for this example, I think it's gonna be enough, but what we're gonna do next is we're gonna take the competitors, and we have a competitor list right here. I have one entered as an example, but what we can first do is validate the store. I'm gonna open it up in the normal browser where I have a couple apps to help me decide if this competitor is selling a lot or not. So for this I would use TrendTrack, and I can see that this is a quite new store because it has no traffic yet. So I would put this store as well in the list with a 0 monthly visits, women and men, so general fashion, UK, and date added. And what I would do, I would come here maybe after 1 or 2 months, and maybe that competitor is already scaling, so that means that the products we are selling are already validated, but before that I will not use or take any products from here. And let's check trend track again. Okay, we see it's some volume, but it's still way too low. So this is exact same. Basically just it has like 2K. Then we have this one. Okay, this is a perfect example of a scaling store. So I know that it's gonna be a strong store, but I as well can see that it's scaling in France. So this is not the best example to use for your own store if you're selling in UK. First of all, you should use always the same market competitors. But yeah, this is definitely a good example because it's a big store with 100K searches. So next, what we were gonna do is we basically just maybe look for dress. And usually it's gonna be filtered by bestsellers. And what we would do is basically take top 10 products, and if they fit, we could add keywords like wedding guest dresses to, for example, this and this product, maybe that one. Those could be like a cocktail dress or something else. Another tool I didn't mention before, this is PP Spy, which is very good because if you open up a competitor store and you see this pops up, you know this is gonna be a Shopify store, and it's already a good indication that it's gonna be a dropshipper. And then of course we see from the products, those are dropshipping products as well. After we have keywords, we have competitors. We want to import the best products from the competitors. We're going to use apps like Copy or Pocky. They're basically the same app. We are going to import products to your Shopify store with just using the link of a competitor. So to basically summarize how I do product research and how I would recommend you do it is basically have the seasonal keywords for the products you're gonna sell. This could be different if you're gonna sell products which are evergreen, the products which are gonna sell all year round. The stuff that I'm talking about is like fashion, which is seasonal. So you first of all find the right keywords, you put them in the list because the keywords are gonna stay year after year. So we're gonna collect the keywords like we did here in this list. Basically, you're gonna fill in as many as possible with the best search amounts. And then when we have keywords, we need a big competitor list. Like for example, like this competitor who's quite big as well. Yeah, but it's downscaling. But the idea is to have a lot of competitors from where we can take the products. And then after uploading with apps like Copy or Pocky, we're gonna use ChatGPT and basically add the right keywords, which we found before, to the headline and even to the description. And then basically we have the best possible outcome of a product on our store. With this amount of knowledge, you already can upload the right keywords in the right season and basically print with Google. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.